talk about Donda thing?
No, we did not.
We didn't, right? So, Kanye West released his new album, Donda 2, which is incomplete. Incomplete? No, incomplete.
Incomplete.
I said incomplete. That didn't even sound right. It was just incomplete. But this is Kanye West, so I wasn't shocked that it was incomplete. What I was shocked at, though, was the live performance. Did you see it?
I saw some clips. I saw Fabio fighting his verse. Yeah.
That shit was fucking embarrassing.
Bro.
I saw all the memes of Big Dick Pete. And someone's like, this is the nigga that was doing the sound.
Bro, after the credits rolled,
Yeah.
all the sound engineers' names were on the credits. People went and found their Twitters.
Oh, straight down.
Yeah.
And went and attacked him.
And they were attacking them. And some guy, as one of them tweeted, it wasn't me. But yeah, that's a sound problem.
Yeah, definitely.
What happened is the monitor
Yeah.
that the artists have, the
Yeah.
in-ear monitor, wasn't. It was the delay didn't match the delay of the speakers that everybody's hearing. Because when you're performing,
you're listening to it and you're just repeating.
because
what
you
you're
can't
listening.
listen to the speakers because it's going out that way. So what you're hearing is bouncing off the back wall before it reaches you, but it's immediate to the fans.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So,
But in a production that's like on that scale, how the fuck do you
somebody
fuck
fucked up. Somebody's getting fired.
Oh,
Big time.
More than one, a whole team is getting fired.
Yeah, somebody's getting fired.
A whole team is getting fired. But my thing is this. The production is so massive. These niggas had a whole week.
Yeah,
Or maybe even more than a whole week to prepare for this. And I know it's a massive production, so it's like so much more work than us just setting up two mics. I know that. But come on. That's embarrassing.
I know.
If that came out like that and I was one of the sound engineers, I'd be like, please take out my name. Because maybe someone that might want to hire people, like maybe, I don't know, Jay-Z wanted to do.
I'm just hoping it wasn't like a placement student or something.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
Because they're never going to be able to get a job. They're never going to be able to get a job. Your name is right there.
Please never let it be me. Because like, it's probably such a simple fuck up as well. It's something where you probably had to put the delay in. And the reason they couldn't fix it during the thing
It's because
you have to play it
to
figure out the delay while you're figuring out the delay. So you can't just do it on the fly.
That. Yeah.
And
that's peak. And that's the question that I wanted to ask you, but you already answered
the thing
my
that made
question
it extra hard is they were streaming to YouTube, Amazon's Twitch channel, and the STEM website.
Oh,
so
it's all different.
It's fucked. Yeah.
Fucking hell. But yeah, I mean, Donda 2, I still haven't heard any of the songs on there because it's not on streaming services.
I'm not.
You have to buy a STEM player to be able to listen to that.
I'm not pressed to listen to it.
I'm not so pressed either. I'll be honest, because I want it to be completed before I listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them Kanye West fans that want him to update it. Nah, nigga, like just give it to me when it's done. But I will be buying a STEM player because I think that's a very, very interesting and innovative way to distribute your music now as an artist. Because when you think about it, music is one of those things that we've devalued so much that at this point we need to start going the other way. Otherwise, music is just going to become like something like, I don't know, it become as cheap as water.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because when you think about all the other forms of art, perfect example, artists that do paintings. Imagine if the paintings were just available on a streaming website where you could just go look at, enjoy it, and then just leave.
Yeah.
And they never get paid from it, or they get paid pennies based on how many people goes into the art gallery to go look at it and blah 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 whatever.
Yeah.
Them niggas will be poor, and some of them are, but like the ones that actually have their work in the galleries are not poor. They're super rich.
Yeah.
Because the paintings are worth like millions or thousands, even thousands. Niggas that sell the paintings for 2,000. Them niggas are still rich. You're just maybe not as rich as Damien Hirst or someone, but you're still rich.
Actually, consider. I think I have something to say about this.
Yeah. Okay. So this is why I'm very, very excited about this new STEM player. Not just because I'm a Kanye West fan, but also because this is about to redefine the way artists think about releasing their music. Imagine if 100 different artists who would normally put their music on Spotify, Apple Music, blah, 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 all these different places, decided to buy just a cheap one. You could even buy one off of fucking, you don't have to create your own stem player, by the way. If you have a fan base, you don't have to create a stem, you don't have to do all of that. Go on Alibaba, fam. They've got them MP3 players. All you got to do is put the SB thing in there. They're like £1 each. If artists start doing that and be like, this is the only way my music is getting distributed. If you buy this for £1, or if you buy this for £5, I'll send it to you. You're going to have my music. You're the only one who's going to have it. If you want to share with your friends, blah, blah, whatever, I don't care. But you're still going to be making more money than the streaming services are giving you. Isn't that crazy? And this is what I support. I support the stem player.
I do not.
Ooh, do tell.
It's not that I don't support the idea. I don't support the stem player or the way Kanye is doing it specifically. Because the stem player is 200.
Okay, but it's Kanye West.
And I feel like the stem player is more of a producer thing. Because it's like you can, the features of it, you can separate the stems, you can separate, that's more of a sampler, producer thing.
And that's not, consumers are not even going to care about that.
That's not for the everyday consumer.
No, not really.
I think that's something that I really think will actually, I know a lot of people think it's bullshit. NFT
is definitely not bullshit. And if you think it is, you need to do your research.
NFT will definitely change the way music is distributed. Even if it's not NFT, but the technology behind NFT,
blockchain.
If that's implemented into
chain block,
if that's implemented into like digital releases, it's gonna change the game. It's gonna allow artists to make direct contact with
the consumer.
Even in terms of money, the money will come straight to the artist, and then they can divvy it up to whoever they need to divvy up to, instead of it going to that person and it being sent to them.
Okay, but you say that, but what you're not thinking about is this. Record labels are going to get ahead of that before the artists do. Because they're going to work, because they're already embedded with technology company anyways.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you they're probably working in that right now of a way to NFT your music or blockchain your music. And maybe it's going to be called something else, because NFT is like digital images, right? So maybe music will be, I don't know, MFT or something like that.
But even if they do that, they have to offer an incentive because the artists can do it themselves. That's the great thing about
I know, but
blockchain.
not if you're on a contract with them.
Currently.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if they're going to offer contracts where that's going to be part of it, that distribution is going to be part of it.
Do you know how music contracts work?
No, but the thing with blockchain and NFT is the money or the amount is visible. It's right there. It's like, it's 100 for it.
Yeah, that's true. I get what you're saying.
How much the one track or one album is coming for. So it's harder to hide like
the amount of money. That's true. But you think this record label care if you can see how much they're fucking you for?
At that point, that's up to you. At that point, that's a you problem.
And also as well, some of these niggas are locked into a contract for the next 20, 25 years.
That is also a you problem because I don't know why you signed that.
And those contracts state if there's a new way of distributing music, that's how we're going to switch it to. And that's how we're going to own.
But if you sign a 25-year contract, I'm not fighting for you. Because why would you do that?
That's true. That's a good point. But that's a very good point. You
should be signing 2 years contracts max. It should be like NBA.
Yeah. Or even, to me, like, if you're a musician, you should only do, like, single deals or, like, one album deal. It shouldn't
be multiple albums.
Yeah, it definitely should not be multiple albums.
Unless it's a really good deal.
Nah, I don't even think there's a deal that could be good enough for it to be multiple albums.
A Young Thug or a Lil Uzi could sign a multiple contract.
Oh, okay. Someone that's already proved themselves. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Of course. But yeah, blockchain and music, that would be very interesting to see how that evolves.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the problem right now is, I know people in the industry like to blame labels and shit, but artists don't really do extra shit.
They don't do.
They're so lazy. They don't really do extra shit. Like, why would I buy a CD? Because what? Because it's got a little cover art and it's in a case. Like, I love you, Dave, but I can just stream that shit.
That's true.
You didn't even sign it or nothing. I have to go
Nothing.
see. I have to pay for the meetup for you to sign it, and I might not even get a turn.
And you might even be looking pissed off when I get
Bro.
there to the table to go sign it.
Like, make a vinyl version, and give me a bonus track.
Yeah.
Make a vinyl version and give me a thank you at the end.
Or give me like a separate like form of art or something, like maybe like a little short story or like a
Exactly.
little short poem or
give me a vinyl-
something interesting.
Something. Write a poem on the vinyl.
Yeah.
Give me. Do you know what would be sick?
What?
Like, let's take Dave for example. 100 vinyls. One of those vinyls is special edition. You don't know which one. It has Dave's signed name on it, and it's a different color than every other vinyl. Smack. Do you see how easy that was? Smack.
That's marketing though.
Give me
But just what I'm saying, that's marketing, and all of these record labels have convinced the artists that marketing is not their job, which
It
it is.
is.
Because, but the trick is this: they've convinced them that marketing is not your job, but somehow convinced them to do the marketing by themselves without the record label doing anything.
Why are you giving out Jordan 1s?
And those Jordan 1s,
It's not even my size.
like that's what I was about to say, and you're not even promoting your product by giving out Jordan 1s. You're promoting
Jordan
fucking
1s.
Jordans. Like that's where when artists do shit like that, it makes no sense to me. Like Kanye West, for example, could give out Yeezys. That's his product.
Yeah.
I still bringing money to him. But you giving someone Jordan 1s is not promoting your fucking album.
Yeah, just
Like,
make it
it's
different.
promoting
Just,
Jordans.
even if it's a niche
Anyways.
that you're capturing, like give me a vinyl, side B, only all the instrumentals from the thing. Like, even if you're just
That's a
targeting
good
people
point,
that
actually.
producers, even if you're just targeting people that, if you do that, in 50 years when somebody's in the vinyl shop, the ancient vinyl shop,
They'll find it.
that's samples, that's cash for your family.
That's true.
Bro.
That's true. That's true. That's a very good point.
It's just you have to just add something to it to make me actually want to, because
But the thing is, though, with most musicians nowadays, especially ones, I don't know about ones like in America because I've never really been around them and shit like that. But especially ones in the UK, most musicians that I've met from the UK, only a handful of them actually care about the art form of music. Most of them see this as they're working in Tesco's or they're working in Sainsbury's, like it's an obligation.
yeah.
And that's where the disconnect happens. Because they're not going to be thinking of all this out of the box idea of how to connect with their fans and
I
blah,
don't
blah,
even
blah,
need
blah,
you
blah.
to be a musician, or you could just be making music and be good at it. It's not too much extra. Like a lot of
I know,
people,
but the problem is this. They believe that me making music and me being good at it should be enough. Niggas should just fuck with me just off
I
that.
find a lot of artists, right? You think because you're not working in Tesco, you're not an employee.
Yeah.
You're an employee. You're not doing anything. You're going in the studio. Somebody else is paying for your studio time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the producer personally. You don't know the engineer personally. You're going to random studios all over the UK to do sessions, to record music that you wrote.
Yeah.
And from there, it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
You're an employee.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, that's literally the definition of an employee.
Like-
You don't have the bigger picture in mind at
Who
all.
was it? I think it was Benny the Butcher. I saw a clip of him on
Was it LA Leakers or 107,
It was something else. It
109.5?
was something else.
Yeah, one of those interview shows, right?
I think it was
know.
107.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Karen.
Yeah, he was talking about, like, for an artist
Yeah.
these days, to make a sound is so easy, because he was like, all you have to do is get in the studios, multiple studios with producers that you know,
Yeah.
or get to know the producer. You guys work, and if you enjoy the producer company or whatever, you guys just keep working with that producer. You guys will edge out your sound. But people just YouTube beats, different producers, the same 5 producers. It's just you're not gonna have your own sound.
Fam, I once had a up and coming artist say to me, "Bro, I just want to just record the music and let other people do the rest." This guy has no following, no nothing, and I was talking to him about how he can build his fan base, and that was his response to me. Nigga, that's how most niggas feel nowadays, because they feel like as soon as I put it on the internet, people will find me because it's dope. Nah, nigga. Nah.
Every time I see a nigga put a song on a tweet, I just like, this is us. I didn't even listen to it. It's us.
Yeah. Because it's the perception that it brings. Like, why are you putting your song? And that's why, remember, I used to do that with our like videos on. That's why I stopped doing that, because I realized the perception of how people started to perceive our channel as like the annoyance thing. You don't want that, because if it brings a lot of views and and a lot of people talking about the subject that we're talking about, then cool, I would have left it. But what they started to talk about now was how opportunistic it looked on the other people's tweets. Then I just said, no, we have to stop that, because now they've taken the fucking focus away from what we're talking about in the podcast to how we're trying to get them to see the podcast now. And yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
And you can have that mentality, but if you're gonna have that mentality, then you have to shift your effort. You have to know that you have to put the effort in the beginning, so that you don't have to put the effort in later. So you have to go out and pick the people that's gonna do it how you would do it anyway.
That's true. But then before you do that, you have to know how you're gonna do it. Niggas don't even know how they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? They just want someone else to figure out how they're gonna do it for them.
You don't even have to have it from point A to
B. Yeah, but you have to have some type of idea.
Yeah. And then let other people through discussion flesh it out, and then you work it out. And then
nah, this is why I don't really get pissed off at labels anymore. The only time I get pissed off at labels is when they go and pick trash talent that is clearly trash. It's like, what are you doing? Do you get what I mean? But I don't get pissed off at labels for making bare money off of these niggas. They do most of the work.
They do. And labels, I don't think niggas are making the right demands. Niggas are always thinking about money and rah, rah, rah. Go to your label and say, get me a vocal coach. Go to your label and say, okay, what producers do you have on your rosters? Let me meet some. Go to your label and say, how often can I use the studios here? Do we have studios here? Go to your labels and say,
niggas is signing to record labels that don't own any studios.
Go to your record label and know who the HR person is.
Record labels in the UK don't have HR people. Let's put it that way. In America, maybe some of them do, but in the UK, even in America, I'm sure some labels don't have HR people because they feel like they don't need to.
But I feel like some labels don't even have studios.
Yeah, there's labels in the UK that don't have studios,
bro. It doesn't.
They
make
have
sense.
a whole head office, spectacular building in central London. They're paying however much thousands.
My first question: if I was signing as an artist,
no studio,
and I see on the contract, this is the budget for studio time. Why am I paying for studio time? What studio am I paying? Oh, the studio in Southeast
that they don't own because they have to pay those people.
Where is the studio for your artist?
We don't got one. That's what you're gonna hear from them.
I shouldn't be paying for studio time. The most I should be paying for anything studio related is the engineer hiring fee. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but as we all know, all these niggas don't pay attention to none of this shit, which is But I'm jaded. I feel like, honestly, this conversation is getting me hot because you know what? I need to just start doing music, man. Let me show these niggas how it's done. Fuck it.
Fam, labels don't even have videographers.
Thank you. Fam, you know, oh my God, this nigga about to get me triggered. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth into it, but I'll just touch on it real quickly. But my project that I want to focus on this year is content. I think I've mentioned this to you before. Content building for artists, for record labels, and content for the social media and shit like that. So I have a package for, there's like a basic level, it's like an intermediate level, and it's like pro level, right? I sent all these messages out to all of these artists, and most people just ignore it. I sent it to record labels. Guess what their reply is?
What?
Why would we need this? And I was like, this is fucking crazy that a record label would say to me or respond to my email and said, why would we need any of this? Like, this is absurd. Like, our artists don't even think they want this. And it's like, yeah, you should have videographers on your fucking payroll. You should have obviously they have engineers, but you should have makeup artists.
You should have the whole
stylists on your fucking payroll.
security.
All of these things should be there because it's necessary for the artists. This is why America is winning and we're not. Because not record labels are doing this, but individual artists, like certain people, like Rockefeller, for example, or like fucking, what's his nigga's name? I always forget the name. Little Baby and them lot. QC. This is what they're doing. They figured out this is the people that we need. We need videographers, we need makeup artists, stylists, blah blah blah, and they set it all up. But carry on.
I was about to say, the UK is a different case because the UK, at least America got that period where the record labels would actually cultivate talent, and that's why people don't really. I don't think people give QC enough because the only reason QC popped is because they took that old formula of actually curating the talent beforehand. And I give a lot of credit to Young Thug because when Young Thug was popping, like, I think even Gunna's told the story where Gunna used to just come to the studio.
Yeah.
Thug told him to rap, and then he didn't put out anything officially until they made that nigga practice. Little Baby, they made that nigga practice.
Yep.
Even Amigos, they made them niggas practice.
Yep.
Like anytime before QC put someone
UK,
out,
but, my boy just here, you know. We're going to jump in the mic. Yeah, come on this song.
exactly. With QC, before they put anybody out, they say, okay, these guys are gonna go first. While they're doing it, you practice.
Yeah.
And then these
Make
guys,
sure you're ready when these
these guys
done.
will call you to do your thing, and then when it's your thing, you go.
Yeah.
And the next nigga will practice. And Lil Baby, now it's gonna.
Yeah.
Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
You're absolutely right. And to even further that, outside of just the artist, all of the shit that the artist needs around them, QC curates so perfectly. Like the photographers, the videographers, the fucking stylists, the makeup artists, the PR people, all of that, QC pays attention to. And this is why those sort of record labels in America, it's crazy that someone like QC does that, but Sony is like, oh, we don't need to do that. These artists, they don't demand that from us. Why the fuck would you do it? Why would we spend money that we don't need to spend?
I don't think these artists even ask. They don't ask these
They
questions.
don't. And in fact, they don't want to care about that because they don't know about it, number one. And number two, they feel like the record label, the voice and their command is the end all and be all.
Yeah.